Hi again. Welcome live from STRAAT in Amsterdam. Right now we're going live with none other than Farid Rueda. Farid is an artist from Mexico. He just called me just before thanks Lucinda. Just before we started, he called me that he's in a noisy room in Russia. So we'll see if we can hear him that well, and otherwise I have to postpone the STRAAT talks to another time. Thanks everyone for joining. We'll wait for Farid, and I see he's already there. So let's wait for the request, and let's add Farid to the chat. Yes, there you
Hey,
are. Yes,
nice to see you, David.
yes. Hi, good to see you again, Farid. I just started the STRAAT talks on my own Instagram. Things like this happen, but at least we're chatting with each other.
Yeah, for sure.
Just to explain everyone that is watching, you're in Moscow right now.
I'm in Russia, but not in Moscow. I'm in
Okay.
a school that is called Stavropol, and right now in a small area, village, like around 10,000 people living here, that is called Solnechnodolsk. I took so many times to learn this word and say it properly well.
It sounds perfect.
First of all, I want to say thank you for the interview, for the chat. I'd like to talk with you and also apologize because it's the only place that we have internet in this small village. But I'm happy too because I can show you maybe some of the artists and some of the organization that is here.
Yeah, it's definitely nice to check them out at some point. Please let us know if you can't hear Farid or myself from home. For me, I can hear you very clear. So Farid, anyway, good to meet you again. Good to see you. Of course, I follow you, and I already know that you're in Russia painting. But how are you doing?
Well, I'm doing well, to be honest. I'm very happy to be back to the walls because after a whole year and a half because of the pandemic, everybody stopped in the world. And finally, it's the first time that I have to go out to Mexico to make a project of mural. And I'm here in Russia. That is special for me. I've been learning. I have a special assistant that I met in Mexico. She was working with me. Say hi.
Hi.
She went from model to artist now, and she don't speak Spanish. She don't speak English. I don't speak Russian, so we are working together. So imagine that. So this is how I'm back into the walls.
Okay, wow. You're just waving to each other.
Yeah, exactly. And the project that I have already, I think, is not so high because the last time that I've been in Moscow or in Russia, I did one of the biggest world in my career. And in fact, most of the artists in this festival, they was for them also was the biggest wall. And right now it's not so big, but I made so much details. For example, the mural you had behind of you, I also, I remember that took a lot of detail, but right now I'm making something even more crazy. It's like I've been waiting for that.
Okay, wow. So you told me your Russian isn't that well, right? Because I see some people chatting in Russia with us.
Really? Let me see. Maybe I can understand something. They say hi from Solnechnodolsk, from the place that we are. I'm already know some few things.
Okay. So right now in the museum, I'm not sure if you can hear it. Right now in the museum, Zurich is painting. She's from Colombia.
Who?
Zurich.
Zurich. Da. Yes.
Okay.
I don't know.
Okay. She's painting right now, but she's moving the elevator. I'm not sure if you can hear it. But,
he's painting there.
Yeah, she's painting here right now. Yeah.
Please say hi from me. Yeah, I met her in France. I think so.
She told me she met you before. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Perfect. So, Farid, let's start from the beginning. How was the last 1.5 years for you? Because you just mentioned it was the first time you left Mexico again to paint.
Yeah, well, it was crazy. I mean, I don't want to make a big drama because it was the same for everybody.
Mm-hmm.
Obviously, I have a lot of projects, and never I was thinking that this is going to stop. My life was traveling and painting. It was a mix. So when the world is telling you, stop, you're not going to go out from home, you're not going to go out, you cannot go to the next country even, was
Yeah.
like was like a crazy because my activity was that almost. I want to sound arrogant, but almost every week, and you know it, I was traveling from one country to another country,
Of course.
and sometimes even, to be honest, I didn't appreciate enough. I was not so. I didn't realize that so lucky I was in that moment
Yeah.
because it was something that becomes normal. So didn't pay attention. I didn't pay attention on that. So when everything stopped, I feel like I was losing everything. Like I didn't have anything. And
Yeah. You start
took me a few months.
realizing. You start
Yeah, it
realizing
took me
how
a few
lucky you
months
are.
to be in reflection. Sorry.
I said you start realizing how lucky you are. You
Yeah,
start go
yeah.
around. Yeah.
Yeah, but it's something that you never realize because it's like the result of big working. That once that you get it, you're still working. You think only in the work that you don't realize that you are having something that is not normal or not common for the rest of the world.
No.
Living of
Yeah.
your dreams, living of what you love. And I was doing that, and when somebody take me out from me, it was like, whew,
Yeah. It
what
was
I'm gonna do
difficult.
now, you know?
Yeah.
Yeah, so took a few months to realize that okay, I can still be painting. I don't need the
Mm-hmm.
walls. Of course, I love it, but I have hands. I have creativity. I can still
Yeah.
working. So I moved to the canvas, and I back to the canvas, and I've been working on that. I have a few projects in Mexico City to be traveling, but it's not the same traveling your home that going out. The
Yeah. No.
experience
Of
to
course.
meet another people, another culture, another language, another way to be. It's totally different. Another food.
Yeah. I understand. So how did painting on canvas go for you?
Sorry.
How does painting on canvas go for you?
Well, in the beginning it was hard because I was not used to. Of course, I was very used to the spray can to be faster, to
Mm-hmm.
have a public behind or being watched. And then I was alone in my studio, my home was like I don't know. I feel the feedback of the people. I was like I don't know. I didn't have the energy enough, and I did something really nice. I started to contract assistants.
Okay.
I started to call for people to work in my home.
Yeah.
So I become my home in a workshop, in an atelier. And I start to teach them, and they start to do it with me, and I start to make this like director of opera, you know? Well, you move here, you paint here, you do it here, and it start to work. I start to make a lot of canvas, and because I was more in this way, like creativity, but moving. I don't know how to explain it, but my assistance becomes in my hands.
Yeah. All right.
Yeah, so it's weird. It's crazy, but
That sounds wonderful. So, is this not something you miss right now? Now you're painting again in the streets?
well, just now I really can say that I'm back in the streets.
Yeah.
I did another wall before be here in Russia also, but was like a way to
Ready.
getting warm.
Yeah. Yeah.
Da, 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 da. This is the real challenge. After this, I will say, okay, let's do it, war. I'm ready. Let's back,
Perfect.
and hopefully it will be like that.
Okay. Well, but going back to the beginning, how did it start for you? Because I think you started painting in the streets, right? Before you painted on
Yes.
campuses. So how did it start for you? When did it start for you?
Well, was it the opposite? In fact, I study in the fine arts school, but my original how to say style or technique was academic.
Okay.
So totally academic with oil, pastel, watercolor, and I studied the anatomy, the figure portrait, and in fact, my first style was more based to the Baroque style.
Okay.
Yeah, very classic. That's why when I go to the streets, I decided to change totally. First of all, because you cannot paint in a wall like in the canvas. It's very different. In the canvas, you use a brush, a small. You go in deep into the texture. The canvas is to see it in front, close, and the walls is to see it from far away. You cannot make this because it doesn't work. You need to think in the outside, in the far away. You need to think and how to catch the attention of the people, how to call it the impact visual. So this is something that I didn't have it in the canvas. In the canvas, I was thinking more in the intimacy, that people go interested and go deep to see it. But with the murals, it works very different. Why? Because the people is walking around, is driving in the car, going fast, and they don't pay attention. So you need to stop them with something, with some color. Hey, I'm here. Watch me. So I start to change my style for the colors and for this kind of ways. Well, it was a whole process, like around 5-6 years before to find this style. But in the beginning was this motivation that makes me going in this search of color and powerful patterns and the way to call the attention of the viewer.
I understand. So, but you studied fine arts where, in Mexico City, or?
Yes, in fact, in my own hometown, I studied for 4 years. There is a place that I met Seher one, that is a street artist from Mexico. He was a friend and also a big influence for me in the beginning. The use of color of him, I think, was the basic or the base for me also. And yeah, when I met the walls, when I used the spray, I stopped to use the brush and I stopped painting canvas.
Ah, really? Okay. So he inspired you at one, like in the beginning, to start paint the way you do right now.
I think mostly in the way to understand how to understand the walls, how to understand the colors, how to understand the flow. If you wanna say it in that. Because before, I was making like more academic works. So when I was in the wall, I tried to make bigger things because most of my friends, they make like letters, like 15 meters long. And I make a big portrait of 2 meters. And this is mean anything. Was just a point in the middle of the composition. So when I was with Seher, like a friend, I saw how he resolved the walls, how he understands everything. He can figure out all character in a big wall just with the mind. He project the mind in the wall just like this, And this was something that caught my attention. This power, this gift, this talent, obviously developed.
And when you saw his work, was this during your study or after your studies?
During I was studying. He was in a designer career, and I was in the visual art.
And when you were studying this, was it always your intention to go out and paint in the streets, or?
Well, he started to invite me so many times to make projects of street art. We made a small project for Nike, but took me a few times to lose the fear to really do it, because for me I was so used to the canvas and I couldn't understand how to work. It was after meeting him that another friend invited me to paint in a bar for an opening. He told me, "Hey, bro, this bar is gonna open. They have 3 walls, and they are gonna give all the painting that you wanted. So if you wanna join us, really nice." So I decided to go. I went with my brushes. A big mistake. And a lot of graffiti artists, they start to use spray cans, and they finish in like 2 hours. And I spent like 7 days for a small piece. It was so detailed. I still thinking in the canvas. So when I saw this, like they make such a beautiful walls, very fast, bigger than me, and amazing. I realized that hey, I need to try this. This was like a challenge. It's like in that moment I realized that I was Sorry.
Yeah, I
People.
had a phone call. Sorry. Yeah, can you still hear
No,
me?
okay, okay. I distracted also because people was
Yeah.
writing something. So
Yeah, I don't understand the question.
what they say? Do you want to read it or we
Yeah,
continue talking?
I don't understand the question. Will you show the restaurant? My wife works in Sogodolsk. She's a designer.
Ekaterina, can you know her? I don't know. What do you think? I show the restaurant?
Yeah, you can show it if you want. We're in a
Okay, where this is the place that everybody we are having a meal. We have 3 meals during the day: breakfast, lunch, dinner. I have like mixed language in my brain now. I was thinking in Russian. So this is the area where most of the artists they are also assistants. You can see here Natalia Rack in
Hi.
person, and their beautiful assistant. Not you, the other guy. They say hi. Hello.
Hi.
More artist. I don't know if you know him. He's from Netherlands also.
Yeah, of course.
Peter Broad.
Hey, gasten. Ik
Know
dacht
him
al
well.
iets. Yeah, here, Farid, look.
A few friends, right?
Yeah, look, this is their work.
Andrew, one of the organizers here.
Farid.
You have a piece of Peter Broad. He's from Amsterdam STRAAT, a museum, and he also has a piece of Peter Broad. I don't know you know him, Jamie. From USA.
Hi guys. Hi. Yeah.
Very happy guy.
Yeah.
Now I want to introduce you.
Let's try to continue the interview. It's lovely to
Yeah,
see all the
it's
people.
surrounded on a lot of people. I want to show you a big artist, and also is a curator and organizer of this beautiful festival that is Urban Morphogenesis. Hi, Dimitri.
Hi.
Do you want to say something else?
Farid.
How are you?
Farid.
He has the fault that like everybody we are here creating these beautiful pieces. This is the 4th edition. Yeah,
Perfect.
was Odinsovo first, Kazan, Stavropol, and in another place that I cannot pronounce. And well, all the team.
Perfect.
Just the last people that I want to show you.
Continue the interview.
Yeah, sorry.
Let's because
well, you're gonna miss this guy.
Yeah. Let's. We're here with people visiting the museum and that are interested in your work here in the museum.
Yeah, sorry.
It's fine, but I'm sure that the guy asking for the restaurant can also check it out later with you. But back to your work. You painted here in 2017, I remember.
Yeah.
A long time ago. And when when you came here, I wasn't there. I was in Miami.
Yeah, I remember that. You went to the Wynwood.
Yeah, I was at Wynwood, but you were in the cold here in the museum, trying to paint the canvas. Remember?
Yeah, to be honest, now that I reflect about that, I don't know how I was doing that because the hangar, the museum in that moment don't have air conditioner or something. You have the same weather than outside, and outside was snowing.
Yeah.
So
it's very cold. It's very cold.
Yeah. But so what's a nice experience? That piece, I love it. I hope you still have it.
Yeah, it's a beautiful piece. Eh? If you check out the colors of the piece, it's one of the favorites of our visitors. Many people take pictures with it.
Oh, that's nice. Yeah. Regularly I receive notification of people tagging the photo, or tagging me because they love it, and it's amazing to see the reaction because we were waiting so long for this opening of the museum, for everything going ready. I mean, was a big effort from you and all the artists and everybody. We were waiting for this. It's like every month we wanted, and now that it's opening finally, it's like I didn't realize that was so long time. We were waiting so long that it's opening. It's like, oh my god.
Yeah, no, there was a lot of doubt if it's going to open, but eventually we made it happen. Um, of course, I would love to show it in real life at some point. Um, but can you maybe not only for this work, but in general, tell a little bit more about like the way you paint? Uh, what is like the story that you tell in your paintings?
Yeah, for sure. Well, how to say it? When you are a young artist or pretend to be an artist or something, you
Mm-hmm.
are trying to looking for a style
Yeah.
or something that represents yourself. And this is the wrong path because when you are thinking how to do it, you get blocked, of course,
Yeah.
because you don't know it. And you are trying to do something that you don't know neither how it is. So the best thing that I have was keep learning.
Okay. Yeah.
What is that? How I to move in a new area that was not mine, that was the street art. I was already old, like at 24 years, 25 years. I mean, I came from the academic and I was
Mm-hmm.
doing something new, very different. That was the street art, graffiti.
Mm-hmm.
I
Yeah.
didn't have to try to be new. I was trying to learn from everybody. I saw how a guy make this effect. I took it from me. I was like, oh, how did he do it? So I didn't try to be a big artist or be someone. I was just trying to learn from them.
Right.
And the way, during this process, I found my own style. So also was mixed with traveling throughout Mexico. Before of
Okay.
that, of course, I knew my culture, but I didn't be in touch or in contact with my roots, with people with another language for another areas. All of that start to give me inspiration in some way. But I never thinking on, okay, I want to paint this like a Mayan style or like an Aztec way, so like a Huichol. No, I just have it in my mind, and I was painting, and during the process, they start to appear in some way. To be honest, I never try to copy like that or represent something like clearly a specific Mayan or Aztec or Huichol or
Yeah.
wherever. This, I think, a Mexican is the way that I have to see the life, and obviously, is what it is what you can
Yeah.
see. And when I get the technique, I get the develop skills during the practice to be learning and copy from other artists how they do it, how they manage the size, the color, the texture, and I
Mm-hmm.
mix all through at the same time that I was moving through Mexico, and boom, and you have
and
it behind me.
and and there it was. Yeah, but you definitely see like the influence, the cultural influence from your country, Mexico. And also like the colors. It's the work that you made is in the corner with a lot of colors, like Latin American. You see all
Yeah,
it's very common to paint with bright and beautiful colors in South America. Um,
yeah, yeah, yeah.
all artists do this like this.
It's that's very true because I never realized that. You live in Mexico, everybody paint like that, or you can see the colors in all the places that you don't realize that this is like no style, like something common,
Hmm.
something that it happens a lot. I
Yeah,
start when I start to travel to Europe. I realized this. Like when I saw another work from another artist, I knew that he was from Latin America because a lot of colors. So
right.
then I was like, oh, it's true. We use a lot of color.
Yeah, true. So and how are you inspired? Because you paint a lot of animals.
Well, this was something also casualty or by accident because how I told you, I was doing more in the school like realism,
Hmm.
like more academic. So when I start to move outside of Mexico, through Mexico, I start
Yeah.
to go in touch with the legends, with the gods of the old Mayans, old Aztecs. I knew about the stories, and most of them they were represented by animals,
Okay.
like the eagle, like the snake, like the jaguar. that is very common in my work for this reason.
Yeah.
So most of the iconic or emblematic figures that you can find or you can see from the Aztec or Mayans is they have both sides, human with mask or something.
Okay.
So I start to take out the humans and I start to use only the animals. But what's the process? I didn't realize that I was doing this. Just start to happen like slowly, step by step. In one moment, just was the animals. And the first that I made with this style was with this reason a little bit. I was painting in a place that is called Coyoacán, that is mean the coyote's place, something like that, the wolf's place. So how I realized that this place, before of the humanity, the civilization was habitated for wolves, I decided to paint this totem like a wolf. So I did it. People react very good. So I kept with the idea to go into another state and paint an animal that was that lived before in this area, that was living in this area. So I paint the owl in the next one, then the jaguar in the Playa del Carmen in the Riviera Maya. So I started to move in this way.
Okay. So you're most of the time you're inspired by the place where you paint.
Yeah.
Right now you're in Russia. And what is inspiring you right now in the work that you make at the moment?
Okay, a lot of things. First of all, the wall that I'm painting has a pier in the middle, something like that they call it. And because in Russia it's very common, of course the animal is around, and they get very related to this. They found each other like a good connection. So when I paint them, the people, they love it. They recognize quickly. I just made a few lines and they, it's a bear. So it's very nice. I like that. I like to, because already I'm going to use an abstract use of colors and patterns. So I need the people can recognize it. And when the people, for that reason, I try to looking for an animal in the area that they are related. So they can know it. They can identify it before. Even if it's not realistic. So this is a good way. Then the next below part, the girl has a kokoshnik that is like a crown. It's very common for the women. In fact, it exists a lot of styles, and I love it because this reminds me also the feathers crown that exists also for the Mayans and the Aztecs. So I was properly to mix it both cultures. And then the beautiful face of a girl, because also they are known for this.
Okay.
I don't need to explain the last part. I think it's pretty clear.
Yeah, no, that's clear. That's clear. Okay, so it's clear what inspires you in your work. It's clear you paint in beautiful, bright colors to get the interaction with the public. And well, what I said, it's really working well, especially here in STRAAT. I witness this all the time. So what are you working on? What is going on after Russia? Where are you heading?
Well, I have a few projects more. I go to Germany. I will be in Frankfurt painting. Then I go to Belgium, very close of you, in Mons. And then I go back to Mexico. I have an invitation to go to Wynwood. So let's cross fingers because I'm trying to get the visa. But how I'm outside of Mexico, it's kind of tight time.
Yeah.
And also with the pandemic, it's more. So if everything going well, also I will be in Wynwood. It's gonna be my first time in USA.
Really?
So
wow.
It's crazy because I've been in outside of in all the places around, and just the next country I have never been.
Oh wow! Well, I will also be there during our days. So I'm pretty sure we'll catch up there, or maybe you can make your way to. We have some Wi-Fi connection problems.
You are there.
Yeah, yeah. I'm also going to be in Miami.
Okay.
It's still working?
No, you're still getting frozen in a very funny position.
Okay.
But I can move. Also, I'm frozen. I think you are now.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's working.
Yeah. Well, wait. I'm going to switch off my Wi-Fi, but I think it.
Kerry, the screenshot of emotion. The last screenshot.
Farid.
Da? Yes.
Yeah. So your Russian is already going well, eh?
Okay.
Can
Sorry.
you still hear me, or?
Yeah, I can hear you.
Okay. Let's let's try again. I will also be in Miami, so maybe we catch up there, or you come after Germany before Belgium to check out the place here in STRAAT.
You know, I really want it. I've been thinking so much on that. Yeah, how I'm gonna be in Belgium. If I have free time, surely I will take a bus to go to Amsterdam. It's so close, and I really
Yeah.
want to see the exhibition and take a picture in the. Yeah, and of course I will call you. I will let you know.
Of course.
Even if it was for 1 or 2 nights, and then I move from there. But yes, definitely I wanna go. It's
Okay.
on my list.
Great. Let's try to make that happen. Yeah, I have plenty of questions, but I think it's a bit difficult with all the people around. I'm not sure if it's still going well for you
It's a bit difficult.
with all the people around you. And
Sorry.
yeah, the connection is not that well anymore.
Yeah, it's having a few problems. I think it's problem of where I am because here it's like a small area. Sorry
Yeah.
that I'm in this area, but I couldn't find another place better.
It's fine. It's the way it is. I mean, I'm calling artists from all over the world, and one time they're in their studio, and the other time they're traveling around and painting walls. That's the life of an artist, and I'm more than happy that I was able to chat with you for a while. Well, we have a beautiful painting here at STRAAT that the visitors can see anyway when they come here. And you know, maybe we can catch up another time for the STRAAT talks. Thanks for having me and chatting with me and explaining a bit about the beginning of your career and what made you paint in this way. Um, and just enjoy the dinner. Just
Thank you.
just say hi to Natalia, to Beer and Brood, to Youre and Koen, and to the others that are there. Good luck with the wall. Good luck with the bear and the beautiful lady. And let me know when you're around. I'm sure there are still plenty of questions that we can discuss, and maybe also questions from the visitors. But I think with the connection and you being in a restaurant, it's easier to close for now and chat another time.
Yeah. Okay. Well, once again, thank you so much for this invitation to chat with you. I love it. It was a real pleasure to have this chat and remember some beautiful memories when I started. And I hope we can meet again in Amsterdam. Maybe we can make another chat directly in the area, directly in the place.
We
Would be
can do
nice.
that.
So have an interview there with the piece already in all the museum. I will love it. And thank you for the good wishes. Also the best for you, my friend. I hope to see you. If it's not in Amsterdam, maybe in Miami, but surely we're gonna meet again.
I hope the letter of recommendation will help you to
Okay.
enter.
Perfect. Well, goodbye from Russia.
Bye bye.
Poka poka.
Greetings to all there, and I will talk to you soon, my friend.
Okay, cool.
All right.
Ciao.
Bye. Bye.
Bye.
Thanks, everyone. Thanks.